Hey everyone, it's Logan. Apologize in advance for the change of voice. I've been sick for at least about 4 or 5 days now. I guess that's what I get for being outside in freezing temperatures, but that's part of what I do with coaching. I can't say I'm not happy it's not here. But to get started, uh, had the pleasure of interviewing three teachers at my high school that I work at in Southern West Virginia, Mingo Central High School. And this was a fairly fun activity for me, as I am actually the person in charge of implementing technology into the classrooms. I'm charged with installing computers, desktops, projectors, smart boards, and I'm also in charge of issuing the state emails for students, new faculty members, and also for the laptops that each student is given, whether they be new or an incoming freshman. If something happens to the laptop that they've been using, in case a camera breaks, a screen is cracked, uh, bad software needs updates, needs installed. That's part of what I do, and I enjoy it. But like I said, here I am in TeachNow, and I want to get back into the classroom and actually have the joy of teaching and using these new uses in technology. Uh, the three teachers I interviewed will be two work in the social studies department, and one works in math. Miss Tina Klein, Mr. Joe Hunt, and Miss Rhonda Williamson. I asked all three what types of technology that is in their classrooms. Each classroom comes with a smart board and projector, a Elmo, which is actually a smaller projector that can have different outlets and ports, and may project onto a screen, may directly work with the smart board. Also, each classroom has a flat screen TV, which directly installs and hooks right with the laptop that is issued to each teacher. Each classroom has its own printer, and each student has their own laptop. This really helps with students with the new 21st century learning. Um, Teachers are able to use lesson plans that can be uploaded to what we call live grades, where students are able to go online and check homework assignments, daily assignments, check their grades, and parents as well can keep up with all of this. One teacher in particular, Mr. Joe Hunt, told me that this past week he actually implemented a lesson plan that used an online game that incorporated all students. They were all able to join in by using a game code. He was, I guess you could say, game director. The game Kahoot is more of like a multiple choice questionnaire, and it's used in recall and as well as test preparation. I know quite a few teachers use Kahoot. As he projects onto the smart board and the questions, with the use of the game code that each student puts into the website themselves, they are directly linked into the game. They are able to, when the question pops up on the smart board, they are given 10 seconds to choose A, B, or C, or D. And at the end, it shows which questions they got wrong, which they got right, which helps with studying for a study guide and for reviewing on their own. Students are also able to make their own Kahoot game, which is almost like the use of flashcards or on other online study guides. Uh, I asked all three teachers how often do they use the technology in their classroom, and all three said that they use the technology daily. I do feel as if, from my experience, that teachers in Southern West Virginia often use the 21st century method, use the technology quite often, if not daily, with instruction. Uh, I also asked them, do students stay engaged, or do they kind of daydream and wander off with technology? And most teachers agreed that they all, for the most part, do stay engaged. And I found that quite intriguing, since they are given so much freedom and are able to get distracted with other things while using these laptops and uses of technology. However, most teachers do agree that students, for the most part, do stay engaged. Another question I asked was, can all students access the websites and technology in classrooms? Uh, the school itself does have 4 different Wi-Fi outlets. Therefore, every student has access to internet connection and Wi-Fi connection. And like I said before, each student is issued a laptop, so at any given time, they are already able to use their technology. Also asked, does the school provide adequate training for technology in the classrooms? And all teachers, agreed that they do.